Hey gamers, as you can see by the name of the channel, I love retro gaming, but I don't live in the past. So today I'm going to tell you guys some of my favorite modern games released in the past 5 years. So let's start. And let's start with Metal Gear Solid 5. I love all Metal Gear Solids, especially the third one. And contrary to the old ones, this one is an open world game, with main missions and side missions. The gameplay is very similar to the previous games in the series. We must sneak from strategy points in the game to avoid enemy guards, and remain undetected. The more guards we kill, the less we have to fight. One of the things that I most love in this game is that we have a base build system that allows us to develop our weapons and items with the mother base. We can recruit enemy soldiers and prisoners, weapons, vehicles, allowing the base to grow. We can also have the help of a female partner named Quiet. That is very useful, because she provides cover during fire infiltrations in missions. At the first, I was afraid I wouldn't like the game, because it's completely different from the previous games, but without a doubt, it didn't disappoint me.
Soviet soldier. A lot of them came from Central Asia before, but lately they've been using more and more Russians. Simple, really. There's less hesitation to pull the trigger.
The Last of Us Part 2. I love the first Last of Us, and for me is a 10/10 video game, with no flaws. And I completely love the relation between Joel and Ellie. In the second game, their relation changed. And I'm not going to spoil the game for those who didn't play it, but I didn't agree with some parts of the story, and what they did with some characters. But the gameplay is even better. We have new infected monsters, and also guard dogs that can track us. The voice acting is the best in any video game, and despite the fact that in my opinion the first game is a little better, just like the first game, I also didn't let go the game until I finished it, and I love it. Shenmue 3. This may be a surprise for all of you, but I finished Shenmue 1 and 2 for the first time in 2021. And I love both games so much that I bought the third one even before I finished the second. And because I played the third games in the same year, I didn't find many difference between this third one and the first two. It had the quick time events, we must work to earn money, we must ask people for clues and direction, and personally the music in this third game, in my opinion, is the best in the series. My only complaint is that the story didn't advance much, but otherwise it was a pleasure to play this third chapter.
They are heartless. Hey, wait right there! Okay.
Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread is an action-adventure game. We control the bounty hunter, Samus Aran. Contrary to Prime games, the game is played in the side-scrolling, just like the first games. Dread adds some stealth elements, because we must avoid the enemy robots. I really hate those robots. If an enemy catches Samus, we just have a brief chance to perform a counter and escape, and if we fail, Samus is killed. Those robots can only be destroyed when we obtain the temporary Omega Blast, and when we destroy one of these robots, we gain a new update that we can use to reach new areas in the map. And besides, I love everything about this game. What I love the most is the boss fights, because the difficulty in the beginning is very high, until we find the right strategy to beat the boss. Yet, my favorite method is still fusion, but this one is possible my second favorite. Super Mario Odyssey. Contrary to many, I didn't like Mario 64 that much, because of the camera that difficults the jumps. I like Sunshine, and I love both galaxies, and I also love this one, especially because of the gameplay. Now we can throw Mario Cap in multiple directions to attack enemies and use as temporary platform. When the cap is thrown at a certain object, enemies, or non-playable characters, Mario is able to take possession of them, allowing to use unique abilities. For example, Mario can capture a bullet to fly across a large gap, a T-Rex to step and crush objects, and many more. This ability gives the gameplay more variety because we don't just play with Mario. The bosses are also great, but in my opinion not as good as the ones in Galaxy 2. And although my favorite 3D Mario is still 3D World, I also love this one. Resident Evil 2 Remake. The original Resident Evil 2 is one of the best games ever made, and this remake doesn't disappoint. Obvious, we no longer have tank controls and fixed cameras. We play as a third-person shooter, just like both Revelations. This remake is very faithful to the original. We must explore the police station and find some key items to resolve some puzzles and proceed in the game. We play as Claire or Leon, and the game is different playing with each of them. Even the bosses are not the same. The voice acting is obvious improved, and this is probably my favorite Resident Evil along with Code Veronica. I love the Devil May Cry series, and although in my opinion the second game is really bad and 4 is only above average, I really love the first one, the DMC, and especially the third one, that I consider one of the best games ever made. I love Dante and the gothic atmosphere of the game. This time we play with 3 different characters, Dante, Nero and V. The gameplay is different with all the characters, especially V, because V used 3 demons to help me, the Eagle, a Panther and the Beast. In the special edition released for the PlayStation 5, we can also play with Virgil, that have the same moves that he had in Devil May Cry 4. Playing with any character, the gameplay is fast and more polished than ever, and the combos possibilities are endless. The enemies are the typical demons, and we can repeat the same level as many times we want to gain orbits to level up our character. Personally, I never thought that Capcom was going to make a Devil May Cry game better than the third one, but they did. So that's it, gamer. Those were some of the games that I most loved in the past 5 years. As always, I hope you liked this video and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.